Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be giving you kind of like sixth form tips, sixth form advice, especially those who are starting year 12 if you're in year 11 and you're going into year 12 this year. So September, beginning of September, end of August, or if you're in year 10 and you are kind of thinking ahead, thinking into sixth form and everything like that. So I thought I should kind of just give you some tips. So the first thing I want to say is that for sixth form, especially if you're doing A levels and IB, to be honest, you need to be very organized. Organization is actually very key. Like for your GCSEs, if you weren't organized, maybe you got away with it, but sixth form A levels, IB, you have to be organized. You have to have folders for each subject that you're doing. Maybe even for the subject, you may have like a year 1 folder and a year 2 folder, those sort of things. You need to be very organized. Organization is very key and is very important in life and in sixth form as well, because it makes sure that you are keeping up to date with what you're doing, and when you do have end of term tests or end of topic tests, you'll know like where your notes are, where everything is. So generally speaking, be organized, guys. If you weren't organized in like when you were doing your GCSEs, well, you're gonna have to be organized now for your A levels, IB. Another thing that is really important is to also feel like in every sort of thing, especially when it comes to school, is to actually focus a lot more. Like I do know maybe for GCSE you weren't like focusing your lessons, especially. So maybe in GCSE you weren't really like focusing in your lessons too much, but for A levels, IB, you have to be focused, especially because you know your grades that you get in your A levels and how well you do in your A levels determine which university you're going to go to. Because if you're not getting the right grades for a course that you want to do in a certain university, then it's going to be very unlikely for the university to even accept or give you an offer. So it's very important for you guys to be organized and also to focus more in lesson. Like for an example, if like in GCSEs you were sitting next to people who weren't very focused, don't do that for A levels. Sit next to people who are focused, who are very determined and hardworking, just very focused. That's what I'd say. I feel like it's very important for you to be around and make friends with people who are academic and intelligent, very academic, hardworking, organized. Basically, people who who are the ones that get somewhat top grades, like A, even B is top grade. Like people who get like A's, A stars, or 9s, 8s, 7s that you need from GCSEs. Because I feel like the people you surround yourself with are somewhat indirectly and directly kind of help you improve your grades and do better in school. Because if you are with people, if you are around people who doesn't really care much about school, aren't very academic, or aren't very focused on school, then it's going to affect you as well. So for sixth form, in starting new year, starting year 12, I strongly encourage you to try and be around people who are academic, who are smarter, or who the type of people that like you can tell that they're very focused on school and education and everything like that. So I think that is very important. I feel like for sixth form in general, because when you are starting year 12, especially if you are going to a different school, you're not going to your own, you're not doing your sixth form in your own school if you're going elsewhere. I think it's very important to like, because on your first day in sixth form as a year 12 student, there are going to be new people and maybe old people who came from that school as well, who going to want to make new friends. Everyone's kind of on the same boat. That's what I'm trying to say. So I really encourage you to kind of take that opportunity and meet new people, talk to other people, socialize more, because with that you'll be able to get to know more people. You'll be able to even make your own new friendship group. So I think that is very important. First day, second day, that whole week, to use that opportunity to talk and socialize with people. Talk to people, boys, girls, whatever. Highly encourage you to do that. So okay, so in terms of what to wear, this is going to be especially towards girls like me. So I think one of the things that, I wouldn't say stressed me out, but one of the things that I was always kind of like a little bit worried about, or that I always had in the back of my mind, was what I'm going to wear. So one thing that I really do recommend you guys, anyone to do is, I would first of all like you to know sort of the dress code for your school. So I know that some schools are very lenient in terms of their dressing, in terms of your school uniform and everything. Well, so not your really school uniform, in terms of what you can wear, whereas other schools are kind of strict. They have a certain dress code, and if you don't go towards that dress code, then that's not it. You'll be told off, or you'll be told off. How old are you guys? Would basically get in trouble if you don't really follow the dress code. So I highly encourage you to first know the dress code for the school, because some colleges, schools are very strict, some are very lenient, some doesn't really care, just as long as it's appropriate, basically. So that's first thing. And also, when it comes to what to wear, what I've heard people do is that they have a set of clothes for a week, and they wear that sort of every week, so that they have a set of clothes that they wear for 2 weeks actually. So Monday they'll wear this, Tuesday they'll wear something else, all the way up to Friday, and then they'll wear something different the next week. And then after the second week, they'll wear what they wore in week 1, basically. So for me, for an example, so if I wore this on Monday, then the next time I would wear this again is 2 weeks later. So people had a sort of it was almost not really like a uniform sort of thing, what they'd wear on each day. So very important. In terms of what to wear, it's up to you, it's up to your style, but also always make sure that it follows the dress code in a sort of way. Check whether your school is very lenient. In terms of bags and what you should sort of carry, again, I feel, it doesn't really depend on the subject. Actually, yeah, it kind of depends on the subject that you're doing. But generally speaking, I first started with a handbag, and then after a term or two, I stopped. I was like, no, that's not it. So I went back to my usual backpack. I love backpacks. I think backpacks are so much more convenient, and they're so much better to wear than handbags. But it's up to you, as personal preference. But if I'm gonna tell you right now, I strongly encourage you to have a backpack, not really a handbag, because I feel like with a backpack you can you wear it on both your shoulders, so there's sort of a balance. Whereas with a handbag, especially when you have folders and everything, you're just putting so much weight on one shoulder that you're gonna you're gonna be walking like this. You're gonna be walking like this all the time, oh my god. And also from past experiences that I've had with handbags, my handbag is broke quite a few times. Let me show you the handbag that I actually used to take to school. So guys, this is the handbag I used to take to school. Oh, it's very nice. It's actually from Primark. So yeah, if you are ever going to take a handbag, it needs to be like quite big. This one is big as it can fit some folders. I've got some folders right here so I can show you. So I can just put it in. This one's not that heavy, so yeah, I can take a handbag, which is alright. But the only issue that I really had with carrying a handbag was that because I had like books, had textbooks to bring in, sometimes folders to bring in, and everything like that. Like it would, like so much weight was put on this shoulder. Yeah, on this shoulder. So most of the time I felt like I was like walking like this, or if I was walking like this to try and like put it up. And also, yeah, yeah. So I encourage you to use a backpack like this. Let me show you right now. Like this. Oh, I just love backpacks. They are so much easier. See, look, now that it's on both of my shoulders, like the weight is balanced and everything. You know, I've seen people go like this and like, I mean, I used to do that before, but now I go full style like this because it's just easier, it's more convenient and everything. And they've got like, this one's got like, you know, like back pads at the back, so makes it a little bit more comfy. And then I can always like make it tighter if I want to, but I like this sort of size. oh, I've got another thing to tell you guys. So for sixth form, right, especially when it came to textbooks, halfway through year 12, I stopped carrying physical textbook to schools, like these ones. These ones. Oh my gosh, let me even show you my chemistry one. Yeah, before, during the beginning of year 12, I used to carry these heavy textbooks to school. So halfway through year 12, I was like, you know what? My back feels like it's gonna break. So what I did next is that I got the online versions of the books, and then I'd carry my iPad to school, or my tablet, or even my laptop to school, and I basically use it in lesson. It was so much easier and it made my bag so much lighter. And I feel like you can even do it, I think you can do it for GCSEs as well, but you have to, it's your school, so you're gonna have to see what your school allows you. But I'm sure most schools will allow you to do, because it's like, at the end of the day, it's like your responsibility whether you lose it or not. But yeah, so I strongly encourage you guys to literally get the digital version of your textbook. It's gonna make your bag so much lighter. Your bag is gonna be so much lighter compared to your peers. Like your peers will be like struggling when carrying their bag. You can see the struggle, but you'll be like, well, my bag is light, so because all of my textbooks are in just this one little thing right here, and that's it. So yes, that's something that I strongly encourage you to do. If you guys will definitely have textbooks. If your textbooks are as heavy as this one, if not more heavier than this, I strongly encourage you to look for and find the online version of the book. Where I found this from is Z Library. Very, very good. They have like textbooks for a lot of they have so many textbooks for a lot of subjects, so I'm sure you're going to find the textbook that your school uses. But I strongly encourage you guys, like 100% encourage you guys to try, and if you can anyway, get the digital version of the textbook and just carry your tablet, phone. Yeah, you can even use your phone and do it. Your phone, laptop, whatever, to school and do it, because your bag and your back, well, your back will thank you, or your shoulders will thank you. So you're welcome. And that is it for today's video. So I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like this video and you would like more videos like this, because that would be great. And see you next week. Hopefully, I mean, I've been on the good streak now, so yeah, see you next week, guys. Bye.